Hello, good evening. How are we? Let me just check that we are all got a mute button there. Make sure we're all live and all good. Can you hear me okay? And can you see me okay? Most importantly, hello to everyone already joining, to Sam and Angie. Hi, Helen. Hope you're well. Who have we got? Maria. Carrie, looks like Carrie, Sue, Sandra, I hope I haven't missed anybody. There was one more comment. Let me just scroll back. Hang on, I don't want to miss anybody out. Good evening to all watching from Paisley in Scotland. Sorry, I can't see your name there. Apologies. But thank you for being the first person to comment there. I hope you're all well. Yes, and yes, thank you, Angie. Fantastic. So exciting today. Hi, Sir Stamplot. It sounds strange saying that. Alison, Sue, hi Melissa. Very exciting. We've got launch today. So I wasn't live last week. My son's not being very well. I'll talk about that later. Just have a catch up with you all. But yeah, so launching Winter in Bloom Christmas collection. I know some of you are thinking, right, it's July. We're in the UK, we're in the middle of heat wave after heat wave after heat wave. But we always think of Christmas around this time. So yes, it is the Textures Christmas collection. It is a bigger collection than the last one that just launched in May. So there's lots of items here. I think there's lots that you can use away from Christmas as well, if you want to. Hello, who have we got? Susie, not Susie, Chrissy. Hello, Alison. Hi, Joy. Hope you're well. So Joy's in Louisiana. Who else have we got? We've got Anne in Denmark. Hello, how are you? So many of you. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a completely mad day, week, month, really 2027. Just got in from work, managed to get a quick cup of tea in and then come live, and it's been so busy because, as many of you know, my day job is with involved in holiday lets, and this is in the UK here, it's in the school summer holidays, so it's crazy busy at the moment. It's like super peak time, so very, very busy during the day and then come home and do this. So yeah, it's a really fun way to spend the evening. So I'm going to run through all the new products with you today, show you everything in lots of detail, show you some examples, and then I'm going to show you how a couple of the items work as well, because they are new concepts. Well, certainly one of them is a new concept, one you've seen before but new designs, so I'll show you how they work. Hello to everybody. Gaidra's watching. Hi. She was over in Brazil, so I hope you're over any jet lag and feeling better. I saw your email. I'll reply to that a little bit later. Thank you. Pauline, hope you're well too. So many names that I recognise, and if I spent all evening saying hello to you, you'd all get fed up. So thank you. I appreciate every one of your comments. So Winter in Bloom is a Christmas collection. This is kind of traditional Christmas. There's traditional Christmas images in here. But essentially, like I say, you can use a lot of the images all year round. But I think there's twists of contemporary in there. We've got music papers. The title Winter in Bloom is because we've got poinsettias running through a lot of the designs. I love poinsettias, any colour, but they're mostly reds in here. Now, originally, this collection was going to be green and burgundy colours, so really quite contemporary, but soft colours. There's been some pinks thrown in there as well, which is a little bit different, but do you want to see? There's no point me just talking about it. Hi, Simone. Hope you're well too. Lots of you, so thank you so much. Right, come down to my hands. Let me flip you down. Move my mouse out the way. I have got everything. Now, I always start with the paper pad. Now, if you love any of these, I'm not personally selling them right now. If you're used to watching me and being able to go buy, these are going to be in stores from today, from midday today. What, no teal, I know, but the next collection's got teal in. So Sue, look out for the next one later this year. So there is a link in the comments on some of the platforms linking you to scrapbook.com, which will hold some of the items. And the only reason I'm linking that, it is an affiliate link, and it's the only affiliate link I will use. If you're not sure where you can purchase, if you go online to Arden Creative Studio, you will find a stockists page. You can pop in your postcode or your area and you can find whereabouts near you do the products, sell the products. Okay, that's being updated all the time. Claire, hello, thank you so much. Okay, so let's delve in. This is a really good overview of everything. And I have to say, I'm still in love with the packaging and the logo, have been since day one. So thank you, Sir Stamplot has put a link there for you, so you can pop on and have a look there. We have them ready to send out. Oh, wow, fantastic. So absolutely, if you're in the UK, there we go. There's a link for you. By all means, if you are a retailer or a stockist, absolutely pop your links in. No problem with that at all. Yeah, so go for it. Let's have a look at these. This is really, with the 12 by 12 papers, this is where I feel the collection overview is best, starting with the papers. So look at that. So this is a muted kind of a watercolor look, a watercolor feel to the paper. I say feel, it doesn't, it's perfectly smooth. But it does look like watercolor. You've got the beautiful lantern in there, you've got the poinsettias, you've got the splats, you've even got things, little details in these papers that you won't notice maybe first time round, but every time you come back to look at them, you'll see a little bit more. So for example, you've got the script in the background too. You've got faux stitching around the edge also. Scrapbooking pages, so these ones are 12 by 12, absolutely perfect. Hi Linda. Then on the reverse of that, so you've got two of each design. We've got these beautiful deep green backgrounds. So this one is one that's perfect for background without anything really jumping out at you image wise, so you can team these with lots of things. We have got snowflakes around the edge and this kind of frosted crackle look in the middle as well. So each of these also comes with a tab at the top. So when you're tearing your paper out, first of all, if you tear it out and then don't use it, you know where it's come from because it's got the name, the collection, everything on there. It is so, I have to say, it's still so humbling now. I can't believe I can still see my name on papers. Like it's that's just still, even after all these years. So, but also when you do tear them out, if you're a little bit heavy-handed like I often am, especially if I'm rushing because I'm busy crafting and I want to get this project done, or I'm getting excited, I rip this out. Occasionally you can rip into the paper. This just gives you a little more leeway, so you're not going to necessarily rip into the pattern part. The next page is actually quite a dark one, but as you can see, a lot that you can trim out from there. You can use it as a whole sheet for your scrapbooking, your mini albums and things if you want to. But then you've also got like the clock face, you've got all the holly leaves, you've got this beautiful folded corner here. Yeah, so that took me so long to do because everything's designed digitally. So I use certain digital programs to design these, and that for some reason it just took forever to get right. Love the stripes as well. So it is a pinstripe. Absolutely use it all year round, of course. But yeah, my Essex accent just slipped in there. I didn't mean that. Sorry. Of course. So you've got a bit of distressing in the dark green there too. Then we've got this one. I love this one. Now, this one is on the 12 by 12, so it's huge. Again, great for scrapbooking or whatever you want to do with your mixed media and such. You've got so much detail, but look how those sparkles really look like sparkles. Isn't it really clever? Again, you've got the stitching around the edge. You've got all of this detail. But if you are working in the smaller 8 by 8 pad, which I will flick through very, very quickly in a bit, but with this one, look, you can just cut from an 8 by 8, you can cut a DL out of this, so you've got 2 DLs from the front. Laurie, hello, how are you? Lynn, hi, hope you're well, thank you. So yeah, I've been busy, always busy. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't busy, to be honest. I love being busy, although there's a few things in my life right now I'd quite happily leave, but we'll chat through things. We'll have, like I say, a proper catch up once I've gone through everything. So excited we have it all in stock for launch day. Yeah, I'm really excited. That's what I love about this, that other retailers actually have it in store ready for the launch day, so you can absolutely buy on launch day and not have to wait for it to get into your favorite shops. This one, again, we've got those sparkles in there. So the beautiful soft snowflakes, a very feminine look to this one, with the script in the background as well. Snip into it or use it as a whole sheet. And then this one, this whole sheet, back and front and back, is kind of more your background. But again, if you want to be cutting out. Now, textures is all about layering. So layering textures, but it also incorporates text and letter forms into the designs as well. So with this one, you really see that the layering of the wood grain with the stars on top, and then I've distressed some of the stars so they're not full images, but some of them are really clear if you wanted to cut out from them. Tez, hi, you're knitting, lovely. What are you knitting? What are you making? So on the background of each one, I do try to give you a backing sheet that is not a focal point. So something a little bit soft, a little more subtle that you can easily team with the papers. I mean, look how well these colour coordinate together, the fronts and the backs. So you can just take one page, cut some mats and layers from it, and you know it's going to work together. But that is the same throughout the whole collection. Thank you, Tracy. I hope you're well. I haven't actually seen anything from you, Tracy. Isn't it funny how social media kind of stops you seeing other people's things sometimes? Unless you've not been posting, I'm sure you probably have, but I've not seen anything from you lately. So I hope you're okay. And you probably are posting, and just, you know, algorithms don't want me to see you. So here's more layering. We've got wood grain, we've got florals, we've got snowflakes, we've got scripts. There's a lot in here. Oh, a sleeveless top. Interesting. Do you know what? I started crocheting a cardigan last winter before last. Didn't do any in the summer. Started it again this winter thinking I'm going to finish it. Did not finish it. And it's summer again now. It's ridiculous how long it takes me to do things. So yeah, again, snip into this. You can just use a small piece for a card front or the whole thing. And we have more of those sparkles. So here you're really seeing examples of how I like to incorporate letter forms and number forms into papers. So we've got all the different fonts on and things on there. So really, really, do you know what? I've just remembered I didn't put my YouTube video live. Oh, that's really naughty. I need to do that afterwards. I have got a YouTube video. So if you can't stay, or if you're just tuning in and haven't caught the beginning, I will have a YouTube video up shortly, and that one will link, like, it'll be a video of the reveal, basically what I'm doing now. Okay, so you can see everything in detail. So we've got those two sheets, and then we've got music papers. I adore music papers. I adore book pages as well, those sorts of things. So we've got all the music papers there you can snip into. Then we've got a sheet that looks like fabric. So we have got the faux stitching around, I say faux, we've got the stitching effect around the edge, but this looks like fabric. When you look at it closely, it just looks like a woven detail, and the images are that of a stamp set that we've got coming up in a little while. Then this, again, possibly one of my favorites of the papers. Absolutely adore this. Kind of don't want to use it, don't want to snip into it. But if you're looking for a scrapbook page that's just got everything done for you and you just need to add some photos and a sentiment, that is perfect. But again, if you want to be snipping into this and cutting out elements, absolutely, of course you can. On the reverse of this one, we have these chevrons, and we've got a script in there, a bit of lace, some flourishes. So there's always more and more to see in the designs. It's never just one solid design. The next one is the same as the music papers as we've just seen, but these are in grey scale, so grey tone. So you can colour these any way you want to. They will work with lots of other collections as well. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you so much. On the back of that, I think a long time ago, I actually did a little time lapse on social media showing you how I put something like this together. It starts off very, very different. But anyway, there's lots of the text. It's a typical textures font that I use a lot, the typewriter sort of font. But again, you can use that any time of year, but those colours will work really well with this collection. Then I've got this one I love because it's so subtle. It's not necessarily for Christmas. You've got ledger in there, you've got script in there, you've got splats and things. So yeah, all the work's done for you. If you love mixed media, so much of that work is done for you. You don't have to think about it, and you can just add your elements over the top. Thank you, Gillian. Gillian, I hope you're well. How's the running going? A bit warm, isn't it, at the minute, maybe? Oh no, your sound's gone. Is it just Sue whose sound's gone? Is everyone else okay? We've got the ledger. So the ledger is in that sort of dark burgundy colour that is going to work with the rest of the collection. I've made sure to pick out September, October, November, December in this because they're the winter months, or getting towards the winter months. So it won't be long for in September. That's my birthday month, so that's fine. Then the last is, I'm just checking myself. Yes, it is the last of the pattern papers in this pad. This one here with the poinsettia. Again, if you love fussy cutting and you're not so keen on the big 12 by 12 sheets, using them whole. Oh, good. Thank you, Tez. Sue, maybe you need to pop out and pop in again, maybe. But I hope you get back soon. Oh, she's back again. She's okay. She's got it back. It happens. So yes, you can absolutely cut elements out of this and use them, or use it as a whole sheet. But again, there's like the frost background in here. You've got music notes in here as well. So when you start really looking in, there's a bit of glitter on there as well somehow. When you really start looking in, you're going to see so much more. Thank you everybody who's confirmed this sounds okay. And then this one again, it looks like knitting. Talking of knitting, it looks like knitting. Tez, is it anything like this that you're doing? But perfectly smooth, of course. It's just printed. Took absolutely forever to get that page designed to get the knit effect correct, but got there in the end. Then we have 4 more sheets in this. Been running this afternoon. It is running season for aces, yeah, I know. But it's just so warm, isn't it? So I've got a few bits missing. This is actually my own. I have got brand new packs, but I had this one open, so I'm just showing you this. These ones are kiss cut elements. So let me just flick through and show you this sheet. So you've got the whole thing. So all of these, as you can see, are double-sided and they all pop out. So everything is kiss cut, all pops out, holds within the sheet really well until you want to release them. You don't get any of the little pips that you usually get when you get something like when you get something that's kiss cut, what we call kiss cut or die cut within the paper. Often you get little pips and you have to go around with your scissors. I don't find that with these at all. So you've got the reverse of each one too. So Santa there. But I've also been careful to also make sure all the text is flipped over so it's the correct way. And then you've also got a third and fourth sheet of kiss cut details, and these are these designs. So lots of the images that you've already seen. Let me just take this one out because I've taken it out already. Look at the detail, and it's just beautiful, isn't it? I love that lantern, so that pops in there. So all of these, oh look, sorry, that one's come from there. It's because I've been using this one. The bird's already out, but I'll show you in the samples in a moment. So even the middle of the wreath pops out as well. So yeah, lots. And you get 2 sheets of this, again, all double-sided. So that's the 12 by 12 paper. Hopefully that gives you a nice overview of, hey, Christine, don't worry about being late at all. A nice overview of the paper pad or paper pack, or the collection in whole, really. And then, hi, Jan. Who else have we got? Beth, thank you so much, Beth. Right, so we've got the 8x8. Now, the 8x8 is, in effect, almost the same from all the papers. Okay, so these papers here are identical but scaled down to 8x8 size. So it may be that they are more what you would work with, or you may want both to work with different projects. But then the background in the back of the pad, we have got kiss cut detail is different. Okay, rather than giving you the same as the 12 by 12, or if you're getting both pads, then you've got something different. So we've got borders for this one. Each of these borders are die cut around. So let me just pop out the center here so you can see the snowflakes, for example, all cut around. The same with the music sheet, the same with the poinsettias. Hopefully you can see that, you can snip into them. And all of these. So the envelopes, I love this chain of envelopes. Again, took so long to get right. But yeah, I love this little, it's almost Harry Potter-esque as well, you know, when they have letters come and loads of letters come at once. It just reminds me of that. So you can absolutely use elements of this collection for other things. You love an 8x8 size, I know. So I think that's probably usually my preference. But if you're doing gift bags, if you're doing larger tags, mixed media, obviously scrapbook pages and mini albums, then a 12 by 12 would be perfect for that. Might be just that you like off the page things, altered art. And then we've got 2 full sheets of, again, reversed on the back as well, 2 full sheets of the postage stamps. As you can see, they all pop out. I won't pop them all out, but any one of these, they're all die cut, and they have that kind of I want to say crinkle edge, postage stamp edge. What's the word? Deckled edge. There you go. There's the word. The deckled edge around them. Very traditional details, but I've mentioned there's dark ones and there's lighter color ones to work with what you need. And again, you've got the backs printed, so you've got 2 sheets of those. So there's lots and lots, and there's just one example that I have shown on social media so far, using the elements from the back. Actually, that's a laser cut, but that's one of the papers, and that's also using the borders in there as well. So I'm not sure what the people are scanning the QR code and that's fantastic, but I don't know what it is. I don't set the stream up. So lovely people at Arden set the stream up ready for me. So I'm not sure what the QR code is. I apologise. Oh, let me have a look. Say I've got QR codes there. Let me just see if I can tell you what the QR. Does anyone know? Does it say on your screen what the QR code goes to? Let's have a look. QR code. Oh, there's also. I think there's some. I don't know if they're anything to do with this show. To be honest, I don't think. I think they might be to do with things like the craft o'clock that Adam does for Hobby Maker. Oh well, if you're scanning it, let me know where it takes you. Could be fun. So yeah, let's now delve in, because we don't only have papers, we have lots. Hang on, a lot. You know, I've got loads of products to show you. So let's start with dies. I showed this on my social media this morning because it's probably one of my favorite items of the entire collection. It's just so much fun to work with, and it's an idea that actually came to me. I'm probably actually talking years ago, back when I was originally doing textures. It was something that I wanted to develop and didn't have the opportunity to, and now I have. That's what I love about Arden. They are so on board with creativity, and if I want to be really unique, weirdly unique, they are absolutely like, you know, if it's going to work and you're happy with it, then let's go with it. So yeah, so this is one of them. I'm just going to turn that light down a little bit because I don't like the shadows. So that would be, no, that one down and then that one up a little bit. No, it doesn't make any difference. Never mind. So this floral, you've got dies in here that are actually, some are quite large and then you've got some smaller ones. So whatever colour of floral you're making is going to work for you, whatever colour, whatever size. So you've got poinsettias that layer up, got 4 different sizes, so you can absolutely do lots of small ones, you can do layer up and do some medium ones, you can do some slightly larger, or you can do some really large. So yeah, whatever you want for your project. But in addition, 2 of these have these little slots in them. Can you see those little tiny tabs? Now they are really clever because they help you to create dimension within your flower that isn't necessarily noticeable once you've made the flower up. Okay, so but also if you don't want to create dimension, if you want a totally flat flower, you can absolutely be die cutting these and gluing them together flat. Okay, and you are not going to see those slots afterwards, okay, when they're in your paper. That's because in the center of each die also we have a little semicircle shape, probably really hard for you to see through the screen at the moment, but there is a little semicircle in the middle of each one. This helps you to line up, so if you line up the circles, flowers will go on top of each other and the petals will effectively cover up the slots from the one below, so you don't need to, and this one, to be honest, this one can go any way you like. Okay, so you can create poinsettias flat or dimensional like this. It's so easy to do. Like I say, on my Instagram, on my Facebook today, I have put a how-to, and I'll probably demonstrate that if I get time before the end of the hour. Okay, so I'll do the demonstration, show you how they work. So that's that die set. We've got 4 die sets in the collection, so I'll run through them all. We also have the winter foliage. You can absolutely use a lot of this away from winter as well, so really nice to use with spring flowers and things. You would just color them differently, so particularly like this one and this one you could use a lot. Oh, and this one, I mean, that in like a lime green would look really tropical, I think. But here's just another example of that poinsettia that we were just looking at, built up, but also with the berries and things around it. So yeah, lots and lots of dies in here, really good sizes. They're black, but what I love about Arden is, oh, I've got my stamen from the poinsettia there. They do black dies, and this just really helps when I'm crafting and I lose something. I can really easily see it, but you can see they're a really good size against my hands. I like large dies. I like large bold projects, so you're never going to get teeny tiny little dies from me if I can help it. So talking of not teeny tiny little dies, we have got a fourth die set, which is a layered snowflake panel. Now, you may remember a while ago, if you followed me for any amount of time, we brought out Snow Flurry, the collection Snow Flurry. I'm talking of quite a few years ago, and we had a large A5 die panel, layering panel similar to this in that collection, and it was very, very popular, and it sold out. Actually sold out very quickly. I wanted to bring that back. However, as many of you have probably noticed, the costs of things are massively rising, and to reproduce the same die at the same size was going to be horrendous money. Absolutely. For you, to then cost it for retail would be just not fair. So I thought we thought let's go with a smaller version. And you can, of course, you could do 2 of these into the front of a card if you wanted a large panel. But instead, this is around about 16 centimeters or 16.5, the largest one, by 9.1 centimeters, it says on here. So as you can see, it's going to fit in the front of a card panel quite easily now. So we have the outline die. Okay, we also have these 2 dies, and these layer up on top of each other. Make sure I've got that the right way around, like so. So you're going to have your drop shadow around your snowflakes, and this is an example of what it looks like when it's cut. I'm just going to show you. So that's the back, that's the boulder panel. Ta-da, there. Okay, so you don't have to cut it into the front of your card base. You can just cut it into a panel and then stick it onto your card. Absolutely, that's what this is for. Okay, but you can also then layer up the more detailed panel over the top, and you get this kind of drop shadow. I like to then put a nice fun colour or paper inside the card, which is what I did here, and that's from the paper pad. I'll show you this wood grain effect on the cardstock that I've got in a little while. That's also coming up in the collection, and again there's a poinsettia there. So that's the sort of size that this is making if you want to actually make a card base, but it can just be a side panel in the front of a bigger card if you want it to be. But I adore this. It's so quick and easy to use. So there's the 3rd die set that we've got in the collection. And then the 4th set, you may again recognize this if you've bought it in the past, but it is different now. So we've had festive words, these words before. Now, these are 2 fonts that I use hugely within textures throughout lots of different collections. So we've got a brush script, and we've got our type, sort of almost like your Dymo labels. Love them. So it's the same 4 words twice in the 2 fonts, so you can mix and match them however you want to. Okay, so you can have Merry Christmas either way round, festive wishes, Christmas wishes, etc., etc. So, and you can probably make your own words up as well. So you can see you can just use one of the words there, and there's actually a laser cut, a rub-on, and a stencil, which I haven't come to yet, but you'll see those shortly. So there's just the word merry. And then in one of the snowflake panel dies that I was just showing you, I've got, and see how that works really nicely, but I've got the mix of the 2 fonts, and I love mixing my fonts like that too. So they are those words. And in the previous set there were tags and things. It was a really big set, which I don't want to be offering you huge die sets and then we have to cost them, price them really high. We don't want that. Then we have the music notes. Oh, I just thought a dog had walked in here. It didn't. I'm hearing things. We have music note stamps. We actually have 2 stamp sets. The music notes is just adorable. This is something I'd be using all the time. So let me just show you there the size of it. Really generic. It's simply a music sheet. There's no text on it. There's nothing to imply that this is just for winter or just for Christmas, but there's a really nice background that you can use, particularly if you like kind of your vintage style things. You want to create your own music paper and such, you can use that one. And then the second stamp set is actually larger than, and mine is used of course, but it's larger than it shows on the front of the packet. But we've got a kind of sketched effect poinsettia. We've got the words love, joy and peace, and an ampersand. So you can do joy, peace and love. You can also, if you want to, snip between the 2 and then just have, what is it? Joy and peace and joy. Peace and joy. yeah, either side of the ampersand. It's up to you. I always suggest cutting into your stamps if you want to. Absolutely, no problem with that. And then we've got some smaller words around there. This year, festive, wishing you at Christmas and sending. And you can absolutely mix those with these words too. Now that stamp is so pretty. It's very different actually, because it's like a stamped effect. So for some reason my my comments have not updated. So Sarah Jane Kennedy, hi Lou, I have a question. Would like to do scrapbook or journal to commemorate a big birthday and holiday this summer. Would love some ideas on where to start or even get a kit. I would say, I mean, obviously the Christmas theme isn't going to work with you, but something like my Beneath the Brambles, where we had the 12 by 12 papers. I'm just going to grab it. So I'm going veering off here, but just otherwise I'll forget. Something like this, where you've got all the papers, but in the back you've also got kiss cut detail. So we've got tags and tabs in here. And then the 8 by 8 for this also had some sentiments and some words you can kiss out, pop out. Something like that, where you can buy the papers and the ephemera and sort of accents all matching, is going to work, keep everything nice and coordinated throughout, so you haven't got to worry about mixing and matching, and will things work together. So yeah, but drop me a message if you've got any other questions, by all means, on social media. Thank you, Christine. Gwen, into craft, the link doesn't seem to be working. Into craft, where are you? I don't know where you are, but might need to check your link, says Gwen. Thank you, Sue. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're sorted. You're sorted. And just my comments aren't catching up, so I apologize. There's lots of comments there, and I apologize. They're just not scrolling for me. I was stuck miles up thinking nobody's commenting. Does anybody actually like these? So then there's the poinsettia stamp, as you can see, and I've actually got the background stamp, the music paper stamp, in the background of both of these as well. I found by creating myself a mask from paper with the poinsettia stamp, it was a really nice way. Just once, you only need to do it once usually until you wear it right out. It's a really nice way to then just mask off your stamp your music paper over the background. That doesn't make sense, does it? Over the background, but over the top, so it's in the background. And I did that the same on both of these. And what I actually did was, this one I used distress inks with a little bit of water so the ink spread a bit, and then I stamped over again in the darker black colour. And then with this one I stamped, and then I used my pencils to have a little bit of a colour in. It was a nice slow sort of bit of morning's crafting, but it was good fun because what I used is the shading on the stamp. I used that to guide me for where to put my darker colours when I was pencil colouring. So if you're not confident with colouring in, you can use it. Great idea for a big project. That was another excellent collection. Thank you. Lynn says she loves them. I don't like these, absolutely love them. Well, thank you. Did worry me for a second there. I don't like these. Okay, some people are that blunt. Okay, one of my favourite items, as always, laser cuts and rub-ons, always my favourite items, because Arden have got the quality exceptional. They're just amazing. So first of all, laser cuts. So you've got 4 sheets in total in the pack. They are all double-sided, as you can see. They all pop away beautifully. The intricacy is absolutely phenomenal. I'm trying to think which is the best one to show you for the intricacy. Possibly the leaves around the red cardinal here. So let's just release him very carefully. I'm going to pop him out. I've only got to do this once, so the launch, so then I'll use him. So if I pop him, what's the best thing to do? Maybe a dark. I wonder if I've got a sheet of black here. Of course I haven't, not easily. There's one. Let's see. Look how intricate that cut is. No white edges at all, because we have like the bleed line around the edge, so you won't get white edges. It just cuts beautifully. Let's just pop a few of these out. So that lantern that was on the front of a card a minute ago, I mean, look how intricate those berries and twigs are, and they just pop away. So pretty. Obviously that's not intricate, but it's pretty anyway. One more. Oh, this gorgeous, and a partridge on a piece of mistletoe. There we go, just gently lifting that up. Try not to entangle it, because again, look at the intricacy of those leaves and those berries, And like I say, they're all double-sided. So if you do it this way, think, actually, I want it facing the other way, flip it over. There is no reverse and no forward, no front and no back, because they are all equally as beautiful on both sides. And you can't tell, like with die cutting, you can tell there's a front and a back, but not with these. So we have Father Christmas, the star, the presents that match, all the smaller details like small wooden stars just filling in the gaps, so we haven't got any wasted space there. That's just one sheet, and even like little envelopes and things. So obviously I've been taking these apart, but they tend to stay in the background until you pop them out. So be very careful with these because they are so intricate. Let's just pop that away. And then we've got the third and fourth sheet is a little more, mostly a little more generic. So you're going to be using these for, I think this is where I've popped them out in the video to show people how they easily pop out. Which way do you go? You go that way, I think. No, you go that way. There we go. Anyway. So we have got our wood. So this is Wood and Words is the name of the laser cuts, and you can see that. So we've got elements that are very true to textures with the old paper and the bundles of letters. So if you're doing a letter to Santa or something, yeah, definitely love them all. Thank you. You can again pop all of these out, even the words here, they all pop out and they're so intricate. So you've got both where you've got words written on things like joy to the world, frosty snow, winter down here on these panels. When you turn them over, they're plain. So if you then want to stamp your own sentiments on them, you absolutely can do. Santa does pop out of the frame. You don't have to keep him in the frame, and then the frame releases. So yeah, loads. I think the intricacy of the laser cuts is beautiful. So much, in my opinion, so much nicer than your usual ephemera with the white edge. I mean, everywhere has its place, and I still do like ephemera, but I prefer laser cuts. I think they're just like what's the word? Like more exquisite. What made me choose a red cardinal instead of I don't know. I think robin is so traditional, and everyone this time of year who's bringing out Christmas collections are going to have robins. So I just thought it's different, but also it looks festive. But it just might work for another time of year as well. Hi Jeanette, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Then we've got rub-ons. So the rub-ons here are really good fun. So let's show you now. Like I say, same with the lasers. The rub-ons are, again, it's such good quality. They are very vivid when you lay them down on a project. I'll show you a few projects as we work through anyway. So these are the pardon, because you do get 2 sheets of each. So these are the designs that you've got in the rub-ons. If you've never used a rub-on before, they are so much fun. So I can smell my dinner cooking. Amazing. So they keep their color. You can rub them onto nearly any surface, and they're just like a transfer. So you just cut out what you want. So you don't have to use the whole of an image. You can cut it in half if you only want to use a small amount. And there are lots of details. So for example, I'm just trying to see, is it there? Is it there? No, it's not there. There's some white snowflakes somewhere. You probably can't even see them now. There's just elements everywhere. So you'll cut them out through both sheets, peel the white backing off, place the sticky part, so that's a bit tacky, onto your project, give it a burnish. There is a wooden stick included in the pack. Give it a burnish, peel off the clear top sheet, and you're left with this beautiful let me show you, there's one here somewhere. Where are you? I'll just show you on the edge of this beautiful rub-on transfer that you can't see. There's no glossy effect to it either. It's just really nice. So pop that under there because I'm not sure what that's from. So they are the rub-ons. Beautiful. I'm going to put things away as I work, mostly put things away. I'll just show you a quick card as well that is really focusing on those laser cuts, but also on other things that you've seen. There's a nice big card, a nice big 8x8. So the Santa is a laser cut, the clipboard's a laser cut, these all lines. The intricacy is just amazing. That's like my word of the day. These are rub-ons. So you've got the postage stamp here and there and just tucked under here. So they are rub-ons. You can see how one, I mean, like I say, no glossiness to them. They just look like a stamp. postage stamps from the back of the 8x8 pad as well, and the paper is from the 8x8, the whole background. So there's an example for you. Now this one's really good fun. We are getting through. We haven't got many more items to show you now. Just a few more ideas swirling in my head. Oh, I'm so glad. This collection will make a beautiful journal. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I love to make sure everything coordinates. So you can pick any items that kind of match your budget and they will all work together, whichever ones you choose. Fabulous card sample. That's so festive. Thank you. So these are my music paper sheets. Now I was really keen to have some sheets of music paper, but not a thick paper, not your usual 120, 180 GSM. I can't remember, just seeing if it's on here. I can't remember. I don't think it is what GSM we went for in the end, but it's a really lightweight. I know it's a lightweight GSM. I don't know if Deirdre's still there, if she can remember, but either way, it's a very thin material, but it's not as thin as rice paper or decoupage paper, so it's not going to just fall apart when you start adding water and such to it. You can ink it, you can emboss it, you can die cut it, you can do all your usual things, tear it, scrunch it, whatever you like to do. You can add glue to it and it won't show through. But we've got music paper sheets that are both Christmas themed and plain. So we've got two with an image, well, three really with an image on. So we've got the wreath, poinsettia wreath. We've got the beautiful poinsettia clock as well. And then this one that has got some distressed snowflakes on there too. So I just love the feel of these. 55 GSM, thank you so much, Deirdre. I knew she'd be there in the background, just kind of sneaking around and listening. Yeah, I knew it was a lightweight one, but I couldn't remember what weight we went for in the end. But 55 GSM, so very, very lightweight paper. So it gives the feel of music paper. So if you're adding it to a journal or a mini album or anything, it will feel like music paper. And of course, you can go in with your inks and things as well and distress it even more if you like. So we've got the three with the festive images on, and then we've got three that are, I'd say plain. This one's got some distressing on, but three that are not necessarily festive at all. You can use those all year round if you just really like the vintage theme. So really excited with these. I can't wait to be playing with them and find out more about what I can do with them. Because they are new. I've not seen a paper this thin before, because usually if you get a thin paper, it is like a rice paper. So yeah. Let me see. Cardinals are the American version of our Robin at Christmas. Yeah, they are, which is why I chose to do. Well, not why, but yeah, I just thought, why not? We always do it here in the UK. We always do robins. Speaking of cardinals, they're on the background. They're on the music paper background there. So you can see that wreath really has got a lot of the work done for me on the music paper. So I've just added in some of the laser cuts here. That's the one I've just shown you. The stars as well. The winter is from the laser cuts, but of course the wishes is from the die cuts. A really easy card to put together, and again, everything just works really nicely. Now I've got a couple more items to show you. PET tape. This is really good fun. I love this. Now this one's fairly self-explanatory. So each of the snowflakes is also kiss cut. So let me just peel this off. They're adhesive. They're on a completely clear background. Let me just find a card. I need to find a card that I can put this. Let's put this on. Okay. So I'm just going to show you, put this onto there, burnish it down. Like you can't see the glue. It's great. And it's so vivid. So, and the great thing about these is if you're careful, you can also lift them back up. Let me just do this. I just burnished that down really nice and hard, but you can lift them back up without damaging your paper underneath, because essentially they are a bit like the kind of slightly lower tack, a bit like washi tape. So I've just taken that off, and look, absolutely no residue. So you can, they're kind of removable if you want to move them about. But if you do put them on your card, and I believe I've put them on this card actually, here, there, and there. They blend in so well, I actually have to hunt for them, but they'll stay. They're not going to come off unless you pick them, pull them off. So there's all of your beautiful snowflakes. So you've got white ones and you've got bluey, grey, silvery ones. And then this just rolling in, it's just saying, my turn, my turn. We have got wood grain PET tape. Now this is different as well. So this is going to create for you a wood grain effect on any colour cardstock. Let me just show you. Well, I did show you the card earlier and I need to hunt it out again because I said I'll show you where I got that from. So this card, the wood grain effect, has come from the PET tape on plain brown cardstock. When you open the tape up, and you do get a lot of it, so there is 5 meters of this. Okay, this is all I've got left from my first roll because I've used it so much. But as you can see, it's a long piece of kind of repeating pattern wood grain. Whoops. It's adhesive and it's clear. So you simply peel it off. You can cut it on the backing sheet, peel it off, stick it to your cardstock or whatever you want. And then you have got a wood grain effect on your cardstock. So here is a little swatch of just some of the cardstocks that I've put them on. Like this together, they look like zebra stripes. I get that. But yeah, if you want a wood grain effect from any colour, you can just simply add this PET tape. But particularly on the browns, I mean, look how good they look. They are just so cool. And then you can die cut through it and the cardstock at the same time, which is what I did here. So the die cutting just goes straight through it. Fantastic. You can emboss it. You can then ink over it. You need to use your alcohol-based inks because it is a slightly sheeny surface, so it's not a porous surface, but you can use your inks over the top. There's so many different things you can do with this. So that's the wood grain PET tape. Lastly, no, not lastly, 2 more things. Sorry, I've got so much in this collection. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, genius. I hope so. Again, it was another one of those ideas, and Arden was just like, okay, we trust you. Let's go with it. Let's try it. Yeah, it's here and I love it. I'm going to use it a lot. Wood grain, we have got, not wood grain, we have got a layering stencil, snowflakes. Let me just get this other one out. I did wash these before, so that's why they're still here. 3 snowflake stencils. You can, of course, use them on their own. When you use them all together, you build up this beautiful layered snowflake flourishy image background. I adore it. I have done it in similar colours to that is on the background here, and look at that. So I tend to use texture paste through this one, the last one. Now each one has got a little tiny hole in the corner, so you can pop a little a pen or pencil through the hole and line each one up easily. And if I just do this, I'm just going to find that light again because I saw it a minute ago. Where are you, light? Are you there? There you go. Can you see the word front in the corner here? Just engraved into the stencil is the word front, and you've got it on all of them. So you can tell which is the front, which is the back, and because you've got the little dot in the corner, that one will be up that way. You can layer them up really easily. I suggest doing snowflakes first. I was actually going to demo this. Okay, so I'll demo it in a minute. But yeah, and show you how it works. So that is how they layer up. Cards like this and cards like this. Really fun background. Layering stencil too, Fab Mix. Thank you. Yeah, I do love layering. That's what textures is kind of all about. Lots of layering. Now, one more item I have to show you very briefly, but I know scrapbook.com are going to be talking about this, so I won't spend too much time on it. There's an exclusive item that you can only get through scrapbook.com. It will be limited in amount as well. I don't know what the offer is. I don't know how they are promoting it, but this was designed just for them. So you'll only get these there. Like I say, check out over there because I don't know, obviously only for people who can purchase at scrapbook.com. But it's basically decoupage papers. There's 2 different designs. I've only got one left in here. Look, I've used so many of them. But you'll see there's a music sheet one, which is this one. And then we've also got the, oh, hang on, sorry, no, music sheet one, which is this one. And then poinsettia one, which is in the background here. So, like I say, you can't purchase this in any other stores. That is just scrapbook.com. So I won't spend too much time on it. Head over there and you'll find details along with the collection on how you can get your hands on those. But I imagine they are limited stock. So, and I don't know if you have to spend a certain amount or how it works. I haven't checked it out today because I've been at work all day, so apologies. So I think that is, let me just pop back to my face so people can see I'm actually here and I'm actually a real human, not just a voice. So that's all of the products. So I hope you love those. should we do a quick demo? So I haven't got two. I did tell my husband I'll be an hour on the live. So there'll be an hour. I don't know why I told him that, because I'm never just an hour. Should we do the stencils? Let's have a quick play with the stencils and see how they work. And then what I'll do is I'll be doing a live next week. So next Wednesday I'll do a live, and I'll have lots of things planned for you projects wise. Okay, is that okay? Right, so to my hands. So I am here. So stencils. Now I'm working on to watercolor cardstock, but you don't have to. I've got a little mark on it as well. So yeah, I was actually really pleased with this, because pink and teal, would you usually put that together for Christmas? Probably not, but I did. Plus we've got the foliage, the winter foliage dies, and we've got the winter words there as well. Christine, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. I'm just about to place my order. Gillian, where do you purchase from? Is it Stamplot that are in the comments, or somewhere else? Thank you, Lisa. So I need my low tack tape. Now, I was on TV Sunday with one of Katie's collections, her Christmas collection actually, and that's the funny thing, is I've been dealing with my collection, getting everything ready for this launch. Then I had TV for Katie's collection to do, and the two collections just started sort of blending into each other, and I was like, now I know there's some really pretty stamps, but I can't remember whose collection they are, even though I've designed them myself. I've just kept forgetting. Yeah, so forgive me if I sound a little bit daisy on things. It's been a busy few weeks. So like I say, I haven't really cut this paper to the correct size, so I'm just going to bring it down so that the bottom of my design is on the base of this. I would always cut a piece of cardstock larger than my stencil design, because I've got somewhere to then attach my stencil to with the tape. I'm just going to pop a little dot in this corner, and as I say, it does say the front on here. So let's go with, I've buried my ink. Oh no, I haven't. I've got them out already. I thought I'd buried my ink pad. Speckled egg in Intercrafts. Never used them before, but they're on the list and free delivery. Lovely. So there's options for everybody. I don't mind where anybody shops. I have no preference. If you're purchasing it, I'm just happy. And let me know if you love it. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you've made. Don't forget, if you haven't done already, please do join the Crafting with Textures Facebook group. That one's really good fun. So there's people sharing lots of different textures items, not just from the most recent collection as well. God, does my hand look blotchy there? It's not. Okay, while I'm stenciling these, while I'm inking, I think it's time to have a proper catch up, because I missed you. Where was I on TV? That was on Hobby Maker on Sunday night with Katie's collection. So you can usually watch that if you go to Hobby Maker. Is it .com? Hobbymaker.com, or is it I think it's .com, not .co.uk. You can watch back shows if you really want to watch me again, or just see the products that I had. They're there. I imagine everybody in the comments, retailers in the comments, have also got the collection in store. But anyway, yes. So why wasn't I here last Wednesday? So my son's been poorly for quite a few weeks. A couple of months actually, really poorly. We didn't know what was going on with him at all. He had a sickness bug for 12 hours, not even that. We thought it was food poisoning. It was a few hours. He was really poorly. Then he got better a couple of weeks after that, and he never fully recovered from that. He still always felt a little bit delicate, and he was like, I'm still recovering. And then after about 2 weeks, he started to go downhill again, just feeling really ill. All the time. He went off his food completely, couldn't eat anything. He struggled to even drink, just swallowing became horrible because he felt so unwell. Anyway, so we've been through weeks and weeks and weeks of blood tests and things. He's got scans booked in. And in the recent blood test it would have been just over 4 weeks ago, it came back with a high abnormal liver function, and it was high bilirubin. So they said what we normally do in these instances, there we go, look, there's one. You can just use this stencil on its own. So what they usually do in those circumstances is they retest, do the same test again 30 days later, 4 weeks later, a month later. So just lining up the dot, make sure everything's straight, and there we go. So we had to wait a month, and this was a month of him being on anti-sickness tablets, feeling really awful, having to give up his jobs. He had 2 jobs, having to give both up because he just couldn't do it. It was always just in bed all the time. Managed to get through to the last test. The last test, he had lots of additional tests thrown in just to check things, and it turned out he'd actually at some point recently had glandular fever, and we didn't know. We know he's had a few bouts of bad throats this year, a couple where he's needed antibiotics, but we didn't realise either. We just thought tonsillitis. We never realised one of them must have been glandular fever. And basically, glandular fever inflames the liver and inflames your spleen as well. So he's just had a bad case of glandular fever that's taking a very long time to get over, and it's caused him some liver issues, which is why he feels so poorly. So basically last Wednesday he was particularly poorly, and we had to go and get some like emergency tests done to make to rule out anything else, because he was quite unwell. So unfortunately I couldn't make the live, so I apologize for that, but that's the background. I can't say he's feeling a lot better. I'm not sure at that time whether we knew it was glandular fever or not. I don't know. I don't think so. I think some of those tests followed like the... Oh, did we? Did we find out that day? We found out that day in the end that it... Yeah, anyway, it's irrelevant. So that was obviously going on last week. And I didn't feel like I'd be able to make the live, even if we got back home in time. I wasn't prepared for it or anything. So yeah, so that was that anyway. So, but I'd say it's all okay now. His liver bilirubin levels are very slowly coming down. I mean, initially they should have been between 0 and 20, and they were at 47, so more than double what they should have been. He's now at 35, so still almost double what they should be, but going in the right direction. So we're hoping in a few more weeks he will start to feel like he can maybe come off the anti-sickness, which has its own side effects, etc. So anyway, there we go. So again, that's another couple of layers, but you could use that. Ginger turmeric beets are great for the liver, are they? He's not great with his veggies. He will eat them, but he doesn't go to... they're not his go-tos. So you can use those 2 stencils absolutely on their own. You don't have to use the third one if you don't want to. And I mean, if I was going to use this on my own, I'd probably get some like adhesive pearls or something and just dot them in the middle of these snowflakes. It'd be really pretty. Thank you, everybody. I haven't actually been looking. Guys, we're very good at getting to see everybody in the full collection. I will say it's going to be by something over the next few weeks if it's still there. We try to restock things. We try not to say things are going to sell out, because realistically that's not fair. Not everybody has the budget for something as soon as it goes live. Can't promise everything will still be in stock wherever you usually purchase, but I'd like to think it would be. Now for this one, I tend to go with texture paste because I'm going over a darker colour, and you don't have to. You can work your ink so this last one is actually a really dark colour and goes over everything else. But I'm going to tape this stencil down, just lining it up again. Take the stencil down, and I'll go over with my this is volume paste from Stamperia. Haven't got a... oh, that's a little bit dirty. I'm really bad at cleaning my palette knives. The liver is amazing, and it does repair itself, doesn't it? So fingers crossed. Yeah, but along with the glandular fever, obviously he's feeling absolutely exhausted, like so tired all the time. And yeah, so he's okay. He's just turned 18, so it's typical age for people getting it. I just hope so. My daughter has ME, or chronic fatigue syndrome, and hers stemmed from her having glandular fever when she was around about 12. So, and the ME came out when she was 14. So we're just crossing everything that doesn't repeat itself, like he fully recovers with no after effects like she's had, because she's really struggled with that over the years and obviously still fights it every day. But that doesn't often happen, so fingers crossed. But yeah, but funny enough, with both children, when they had glandular fever, we actually didn't know they had it, which is the odd thing. We couldn't pinpoint saying you've got glandular fever right now. It's just very clever that the tests they do show that you've had it or had it recently, and had it recently because of some markers. So yeah, right, there we go. So just rubbing that paste all the way through. What this is going to do is bring up the white dots back on top of the darker ones. Pills or gummies you use them. Okay, interesting. In fact, I must finish the live soon because I'll have to wash my stencil because that will dry. There's some very, very fine detail in here and that will dry really quickly. So can you see that? Now, what I did with this version is I let that dry. I actually used the heat tool on it for a few minutes. I let it dry and then I put the stencil, I cleaned the stencil obviously, put it back over, and then I ran this saltwater taffy colour back through it over the raised areas, and that's how I got the pink over the blue and got it to hold. So at least you found a palette knife. I ended up using a lollipop stick. Well, whatever works. Claire, honestly, whatever works for you. I've used, honestly, my crafting tools, I've used all sorts. I've actually got some really, look, I've got some really, really lovely, I'm just delving in without everything falling over, some lovely wooden palette knives, but look, I just don't clean them and it's terrible, and I'm trying to make more of an effort to clean my tools. So these stencils and all these stencils and the palette knife will come with me into the kitchen when I finish the live and they will be washed straight away. So there we go. So yeah, everybody, let me know what's your favorite item. I'm now currently designing a collection that we think is going to be launching beginning of next year. So while I'm in the midst of designing, let me know if there's an item that you've seen here that you'd love, or even love a twist on, or if there's anything you're like, I've never seen that before, can it be done? Let me know, because I definitely like to try new things, as you've seen with the poinsettia die. I don't think I've seen it done like that before. And lots of other things as well. So, oh, and the PET tape, the wood grain, I think that's pretty unique. I don't think you'll see that anywhere else either. But yeah, let me know, what's your favorite items? What will you be purchasing? I am going to go. I can smell my dinner. It smells amazing because, like I said, I've been up since very early this morning, and I've been to work all day, and I had a salad at lunchtime and I haven't eaten since. So I'm going to go and tuck in. My husband's been cooking for me. But I'll be back next Wednesday. Please do join me if you can. Just poinsettia is fantastic. I love that. There's another link. Luby Crafts has popped a link in as well. So if you shop there, absolutely use the links. And anyone else, if you've got it in your shop, if you're a retailer, by all means, pop your links into the live. I don't mind at all. Yeah, so there we go. I think that's everything I had to show you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be putting videos and photos, close-ups of the projects all on social media over the next week or two. I'll just keep going. And I will be in a couple of weeks revisiting other collections and mixing them up. To make sure you join live, sign up for things like event reminders and such on Facebook. We're on YouTube as well, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. So myself and the Arden Creative channel as well on YouTube. Oh, and join the Facebook group. So Crafting with Textures on Facebook. Come and join us there. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you all joining me on a Tuesday evening. Hope you have a lovely, lovely day. So I'm just reading comments. Yeah, talking about ME. I know it's horrible, isn't it? So sorry to hear that anyway, that you've got that as well. More common than you think, apparently. I will enjoy dinner, Angie. I can't thank you all enough. But yeah, so there is a link to, if you do shop through scrapbook.com, I've got an affiliate link for there if you're over in the US. If you're in the UK, there's lots of people posting. So we've got Sir Stamplot, Luby Crafts, Into Crafts. There's lots of people posting. So find a link to the one that you usually shop with or nearest you, and yeah, go and have fun. Don't forget to share your makes, and I'll speak to you all on Wednesday next week. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.